think we're all set. Welcome to Megapath Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and this is Walker Withdrawal Wednesday, where we talk about The Walking Dead mainly. I have a couple updates, mini updates, and then we're going to discuss The Walking Dead. And then we're going to dive right into the comments to have a live chat. So if you guys are paying attention to anything that is going on Twitter as far as the San Diego Comic-Con, they're starting to announce a lot of stuff and release a lot of stuff that's coming out. It's so cool. But there's a couple really cool updates I want to talk about before we get started. First off, my comic book, Doomsday Kingdom, we finally have the release date. It's literally this month. It's releasing this month, and the release date is being announced tomorrow, and then we got a couple teasers throughout the week until it releases. I can't freaking wait. I can't wait. It's a gamble, though. The first issue is it's different because the first issue is like a three-parter, but usually they want you to put the whole story, like one little clump of story, in a first issue, but it's different. It's a three-parter, so it's a bit risky, but I think as long as people know that, okay, the reason it's written that way is because it's a continuing story instead of being like, well, I wrote this comic, if it doesn't last, you have this one story or this one issue, two issue. No, like, this is supposed to be a big story, so if it doesn't, you know, if it fails, it's only going to have part of the story. No bullshit. Alright, so real quick, we got shirts from Redbubble. I just had one sent. A lot of people were asking about this. And I'm going to burn through this, and then we can get to the main topic. I just want to let you guys know, I suck at hawking t-shirts. I wore it in like 3 different videos already, and I totally forgot to announce the shirts. But here's the Megapath Presents logo. This is the idea is this is the mature logo. The original logo doesn't have a zombie head. That way you can tell between the content, what content is family friendly, and then what content is you know, mature. But I'm getting ahead of myself. But this is the logo, Megapath Presents, and you can get it on pretty much anything, you know, posters and t-shirts. And if you order the t-shirts, this one I got is super thin. I don't know if you guys are going to like it. For me, the thinner the better when it comes to shirts. I'm in a very hot area in the United States, and I hate it. Sometimes I don't even like leaving my house because it's so hot. You sweat just standing there. That should be a crime. That should be illegal. And I shouldn't even be showing this, but we're going to show it anyway because tomorrow we're going to release something. But this is a Doomsday Kingdom shirt. You can get it right at Redbubble. This is the Zombie King. I shouldn't be showing you. I shouldn't be showing you. But that's the Zombie King. I'll let you guys worry about what the hell's going on with that. Anyway, we'll put Zombie King right in the background there. It's a glorious picture, though. It's a lot bigger. I told James he's going to have a heart attack when I give a sneak peek. But I said, don't worry. The actual image is bigger and there's stuff missing. Maybe I'm talking too loud because I think we turned up the microphone. Let me slide it back some. But I told him, I said, don't worry about it. And the Zombie King one, the print came out gorgeous as far as from Redbubble. The lines are crisp. I mean, it is freaking gorgeous. And the material is fantastic. I think this cost me 25 bucks, I think it was. And I don't know if you can see the print, but it is gorgeous. Like, look at that. If you can see how crisp that is. Just nice and crisp. But anyway, so I'm excited. Oh, I love that shirt. Anyhow, are we going to, let's pop out the chat and see what's going on. If you guys have any questions about anything that's been in the news recently, you want to discuss anything like the, I'm trying to see if I covered all the updates. I know I missed one. I suck at updates. I need to start writing a list and being, oh, and I wonder if you guys saw the sneak peek. Did anyone catch this? Anyone catch this in the background? It's been hiding every now and then. I hide it in the background. But look at that. Boom. Oh, we'll talk about that another day. You guys don't want to hear about that. Anyway. That shit. Oh, man. Every time I feel down, I look at that fucker and I start writing. Words pour out of me. Anyhow, yeah, if you guys want to discuss anything that's going on with the Walking Dead as far as the Frank Darabont, you know, bitching and screaming, real quick, to give you a piece of my mind on that, some of the shit, like, people are like, oh, Frank is a big piece of shit, an asshole, and there's some stuff in there that if the context is off, like, you know how you write a text or a message or an email and it never has that right flow to it or the vibe as in real life. Like in real life, I have joked around and said, you know what, if he doesn't get out of my face, I'm gonna punch every tooth down his throat. Like, even joking around, but that doesn't sound like it would be a joke at all. So there's some shit in there that Frank Darabont, that he said, that I was like, okay, that's a little much. But the shit that they're showing online in the media is like, oh, the director, he's supposed to be a professional and he filmed this shot, it's not even usable. And I've seen so many people go, oh, Frank is such a dick, he's such an asshole. And I'm sitting here thinking like, hold on, pump your brakes. I say that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I say that shit about companies I love, people I love, you know, shows I love. If they do something wrong, sometimes I over-exaggerate, you know what I mean? Not only is it a part of my character where I just over-exaggerate, but, and I mean, I don't try to humiliate the shit out of them, but also for the channel, to keep it lively. I mean, sometimes if you're stressed out when you over-exaggerate, it makes things a little bit easier to you know, because you pull jokes out of that and shit. So I agree with Frank. If you are a director and you're living a good life, I mean, fuck, I would give a limb to be in one of their shoes. If you film a scene that is so bad it's not usable, and the one part Frank said, oh, it's so shaky, it's ridiculous, stop with the shaky cam. And I don't know if he's nitpicking, I wasn't there. Again, we don't know the different sides. But I agree with him on that. What did I say for Fear the Walking Dead? The one episode, the premiere, was so shaky. I'll never watch that episode again. It's that bad, and I think it's a disgusting way to film. If he's talking about the same thing, then I'm in full agreement with him. You know what I'm saying? If you're a director and you got a job like that, you should be able to handle some criticism if you're fucking up. If you're filming something that just isn't up to par, then, you know, pull your skirt down and quit being a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So there's some shit where Frank's, I think he went a little overboard, but then there's some stuff where I'm like, no, man, the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I don't know. I do think Frank did get fucked though. Listen, Frank brought the project to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I am working with an artist, right, to bring out Doomsday Kingdom, and I appreciate every single fucking thing he does, like, a lot. If one day he was just like, you know what, fuck you, let's say the comic's a hit, and okay, we're rocking and rolling, and one day he's like, I won the lottery, fuck you, I don't want to do this shit no more, I wouldn't cut him out of his just dues. I wouldn't be like, okay, well, you're never making a penny off this again. Like, that is ridiculous. You know, you should still get something that, from the material you worked on, you should still reap from that. And I think from the article, it seems like he's not reaping shit, or he didn't reap nowhere near what he was supposed to get back. You know, even though he got fired. And that is getting fucked all in itself. I would be miserable. I'd be a miserable prick if I found The Walking Dead as a comic, brought it to a network, and it became this huge hit, and then I got laid off. I would be one of the most miserable people in the world. But then to be fucked out of all that money on top of it, and again, I don't know how much they deserve or what. I gotta go put on the air, man. I'm fucking hot. Hold on a second. It's hot in North Carolina, so I'll put the air down. I'll put the air up, like, I'll keep it on like 76. Because if it gets too hot during the day, and it's been hot, the power goes out. Only for a split second, but it shuts everything down. But what's really cool is I got one of these really good power surger thingamajiggies, and even though the power goes out for a split second, everything shuts off except for all my computer stuff. So it will literally stay on for a couple seconds, but then after that, if the power stays off, I'm fucked. That's actually why the comic is late by a couple days, to be honest. I was working on something. I had like 9 pages up in a row, and the power went out and erased everything because it stayed out for a minute. And I had to go back and do the 9 pages. So it's only late by like a day. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, hit that like button, guys. Fucking, let's save the channel. And The Walking Dead's back. That's all I'm... because, you know, with the move, and then there was so much shit going on with the move, a change up in the videos we're doing. But I'm so thrilled for The Walking Dead to be back, because I want to get into a new type of groove. There's been some stuff, I think maybe I misspoke when I said the Walker Withdrawal Wednesdays. I know some people thought that was a live stream guaranteed, and that's all I meant was every single Wednesday, and I did have to work there was 2 Wednesdays I missed. If I miss it, I'm just at work. Trust me, guys, I don't want to be there, but there's no revenue here, so YouTube's something else. So I got to do what I got to do, so just be patient. I will be back, and we'll get back on track. But the Walker Withdrawal Wednesdays, the only idea is every Wednesday there's a Walking Dead video. If it's a comic, if it's a short video, long video, live stream, Q&A, it will be something. That's the idea. And that's going to stay around from all the time during the off season. Always count on having a Walker Withdrawal Wednesday. Even if it's the only Walking Dead video we do that week, there will be a Walker Withdrawal Wednesday. And I'm trying to keep that going. So we'll blast through it. I don't know what the fuck that even means. Who's your favorite character? Rick. We've already answered that like 79 million times. Ronnie, I don't know if they will be able to do an all-out war with the budget they have. Listen, they're doing it regardless. Will they do it up to our expectations? I mean, is it going to be clearly a budget issue? I have a feeling right now there's going to be a certain chunk of fans that will say that The Walking Dead doesn't have a budget issue. You know what I read in the Frank Darabont shit that really did piss me off? Now, listen, I'll be honest, I have a hatred for rich people. I just do. It's in my blood. I mean, I could chill with them and be fine, but I just have like this... just don't set me off. I might beat the piss out of you and take your money. Yeah, I'll go to prison for something like that. My brain shuts off around rich people. I just don't like them. I think that's because I used to work for, it was like one of my first jobs. Not having any money. Coming from somewhere that didn't have any money. And I remember we got treated like shit. I mean like dog shit. I told you guys before. I like cracked my head open. They wanted me to... I'm sorry, I didn't crack it open. I gave myself a concussion, and they were like, "No, you work and then go to the hospital." That's legit the type of people they are. I remember my brother broke a dish, had a little ring of gold around it, little tiny like a saucer. Now times back then were different. It's not even that far, but we're like, I'm 15, he's 16, he just got his driver's permit. No car, no nothing. We're like 30 minutes away from where we live, like 25 minutes. It's cold outside, freezing cold. He accidentally cracks this one dish, and they threw us out. They threw us out. Didn't fire us, just threw us out. We had to walk in the woods, find a house somewhere with the lights on, just to fucking call our mom and be like, listen, they kicked us out. That shit was hilarious, though, but they were screaming. I mean, I thought they were going to murder him in the kitchen. I was like, in the dungeon, we called it, peeking around the corner. Like, fuck, run! Anyway, I was going to say, DJ, run! Let me see. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, so rich people. Holy shit, did I just go on a rant for 2 minutes? 50 people unsubscribed just now. Frank Darabont. In that article, it said that the CEO of AMC, they were using The Walking Dead essentially to really boost up AMC, and that's a true story. They started it with like Mad Men and Breaking Bad, and then they hit The Walking Dead, and this was a gold mine for AMC. AMC used to just rerun fucking old movies and shit, and now they're doing original content. But the CEO, I think in the one article, it said they bumped the CEO to $40 million, I believe. I will go look it up and double check. $40 million a year for a CEO. And my head immediately went to, you know, you could honestly just, and I know no one in the right mind is going to give up $20 million, but at a certain point, what's the difference? 20 million and 40 million, at a certain point, you're already rich. You know what I mean? So you could literally take 20 million bucks out of your pay. I know taxes and all that bullshit, and they get taxed like a lot. So let's just say, I don't know, when was the last time I made 40 million? But let's just say they taxed half of that. He's getting 20 million. Okay, I can see if you have an argument. But somewhere along the lines, the only thing I'm thinking is people could take pay cuts and put it into the show. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely possible. You could say, oh, instead of 40 million, I'll make 35. Are you really going to miss $5 million? So you take that 5 million and spread it around. Then somebody else takes a million, spread it around. Next thing you know, we have an extra $1 million for each episode. And that's proof that they don't give a shit. It's just money for them. None of them give a shit. It's just money. Then again, if I was making millions of dollars, would I really care? I don't know. Someone give me $1 million and I'll let you know if I care. Let's test this theory out. All right. Just imagine how the show would be up to season 8 if Darabont remained a showrunner. I would be interested, but like I said, there's some things that Frank Darabont was planning on doing that I was not happy about. So it's tough. It's up in the air. But I'm curious to see. I do think there'd be some beautiful things happening, even though season 2 seemed to have been sabotaged by AMC themselves. If you look at the memos and shit, there's no way AMC can go, oh, we weren't trying to sabotage that. It was a killer show. It was making a shit ton of money. You can tell, any idiot born yesterday can tell that even if you took a little bit of a loss, you're still pulling in a lot of money after this. And they still took the money away, added more episodes. They sent memos hurting the story by saying, why don't you film indoors instead of out? Like, no. Tell the story how it is. Let them know they need to be mindful of the budget to some degree. And then rock out with it. And season 2, in my opinion, is still beautiful. Is there some dumb shit? Sure. But some of the dialogue alone trumps, for me, some of the action in season 3. Season 3 for me is when it really fell apart. Mary, when are you doing the death prediction video? I was going to post that a couple days ago, but I am going to refuse right now until they release the character portraits. I usually try to wait as long as I can until they release character portraits. I was assuming they were going to do it already. Well, they haven't. I mean, I thought they were going to release a little bit at least, but we only got Rick and Maggie, so I'm waiting. Just give us a couple more days and then I'll go ahead and release it. I might just say screw it and release it tomorrow, but what I would hate to release it and then the next day here's all these new images and I could have made it a fresh new, you know, season 8 video. I hate using the previous season images for a, you know, a new season death prediction video. I feel like I'm just trying to rush it to get the views, you know. I just want it to be fresh and be fitting for the season. Ronnie is a funny fucker. Thank you. It's not really what you wrote, but close enough. Shaky cams are the worst. Yes, they are. If there's bottle episodes in season 8, I'm literally going to be done. Can't wait till Saturday when everyone is on the hype train and I'll be able to binge bunches of Walking Dead videos. Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Walking Dead family. Gonna long as I can. Anything to Walking Dead, but did you hear about the 13th Doctor being female? Yeah, I don't care. I'm not a new Doctor Who fan, so yard out, guys. It's up to y'all. We going beyond season 8 Ultra. Hope your comic does well. So do I. So do I. Did any of you guys see Taylor Ryder's Instagram? I fucking butchered that. Oh, he got in a nasty car wreck, huh? He's okay? Oh, I hope he figures that shit out, man. Cars are not... If my car goes, I'm telling you what, I'm going to make a goodbye video. That's the last thing I need. So I feel his pain. In other words, that's what I'm trying to... I can feel his pain with that. Dude, you literally don't know how excited I am for Doomsday Kingdom. I think I have an idea. I'm excited. What I'm really worried about is I'm not nervous at all. And I think it's just because I'm so busy and I'm waiting for the moment where I think I just need to read like the first negative comment. And then I'll be like, Oh shit. I'm nervous. Sharp striker. I don't like Darabont, but he was the one who brought Melissa McBride into the show, and I couldn't imagine any other actress playing Carol as well as she has done for 8 seasons. Listen, that is something also about Frank Darabont that I like, but in the same strength, I don't like. Because he sacrificed casting for his friends. Now, in one strength, I appreciate that he's loyal to his friends. On the other strength, Andrea never should have gotten that role. She was not the right casting for Lauren Holden. She could have been a perfect casting for a different character or a remix character in season 2 or something. Season 3, she could have been somebody like with Tyrese's group. I don't know. But that was not the right role. And then again, I think there was a couple roles like Carol off the top, like from the comic to the show, she's not the right for the casting. But knowing her range, that makes it wow, you know. Here's the thing. If they would have written Andrea to be more like comic Andrea, I do think that Lauren Holden might have killed it. She might have done great. I mean, fantastic, and won us over. The writing turned her into an asshole, and that's why fans treat her like an asshole. The character, not the actress. I think the actress has a shit ton of range. You can't tell me that Lauren Holden does not have talent. She has talent and range, and that's why Darabont wanted to use her. Same thing with everyone else. You know, Dale and Carol and so on and so on. But there's certain roles that that wouldn't be the first pick at all. I think there was definitely somebody who would have fit that Andrea character. But then again, they twisted it around anyhow, so maybe that's what they were going for. Yo, Ronnie, I binge watch old Romero movies. Hope you did too. I did not. Unfortunately, I did not. I won't. For one, there's just no time. I mean, and rest in peace for though. I'm sure everyone knows by now, but George Romero died. That was a really disappointing, or a saddening, I should say, news headline to hear. That I know he was up there in age, but it still kind of felt like, too soon. It's too soon. So, my heart goes out to his family. That is real shitty, especially fans in the zombie genre. That's a big loss. I don't like. Oh wait, I skipped that. Screw him and his zombies with rocks. That setup is beast, my lord. Trailer is gonna be lit. You see Baby Driver yet? No, I want to though, to see how what's his name did. Come on, guys, what's his name? The other Negan. What are your predictions for season 8 premiere? Did you expect an episode showing our survivors with the upper hand finally? I do believe it's right for our survivors to hit back. And then a couple episodes later for the saviors. I think it's going to be a nice back and forth. It would be a real nice episode since we're going to be splitting apart into groups, attacking different outposts. I think it would be nice to have the survivors get a one-up on Negan and them. Probably going to be just like the comics, so if you guys know about that, it'll be real similar. And then the saviors come back and hit them back. And then maybe towards the mid-season finale, maybe both of the groups. And this, I think, would be definitely an unpredictable change from the norm. Both groups come and take some sort of loss. You know what I mean? Because there's different groups and different fighting. So you can have the saviors win in this moment. Let's say the battle splits off. And that's episodes 7 and 8. Where the saviors have this big victory and they defeat the kingdom's men in a bad way. It's bloody and only a couple of the kingdom men. And Morgan, you know, carries Ezekiel off of the battlefield. Shiva's down. Like, it's bad. But on the flip side, the garbage people got wiped out. Rick and them just annihilated them. So you get a victory where they're celebrating, but also that defeat. Because a lot of people, when I see them talking about it, they're talking about the savior's going to get a boom. And I said it too. The savior's going to get a win a piece, and then the survivors are going to win a piece, and then it's going to go back and forth until the ending where the survivors win. But I think that would be a nice punch in the gut for that maybe mid-season finale, maybe right after. And it has to happen right in the one episode. Like 7 is them attacking each other, continues on into 8, where maybe that's when the war breaks off between those two fighting sides. And it happens in 8, both of the victories and losses, technically. I don't know. Something about that. It rings like, I don't know. It speaks to me, in other words. Ronnie, you and James should make a Doomsday Kingdom vid. We do have plans. I actually have a plan to break down what I was thinking when I wrote it and how I wrote it. Because like I said, it's definitely different than your norm. Like in the Walking Dead comic, for those who don't know, in the Walking Dead comic, one of the, maybe even comic book readers aren't aware of this, but one of the big themes in the first issue is the bicycle girl. Really big theme, because it makes this issue feel like its own little story. You can read issue number 1, and it's its own story. It is 100% its own story. And the biggest thing I'm nervous about, my comic is not that at all. You clearly know you have to read more. But even though, and you might be saying, oh, Ronnie, Rick doesn't find his family in the first issue. How is that a story? You have a cop on page 1 who gets shot. Page 2, he wakes up in the hospital. The world has fallen apart. He runs into a guy. The guy tells him what's going on. Oh, I'm sorry. He leaves the hospital and finds the zombie, the bicycle girl. And this is the bookend. This kicks it off. This is one of the most important moments. He meets the bicycle girl, freaks out, takes her bike, and then he runs into Morgan. Morgan explains everything, and then he gets his bearings to him. He goes to the cop station, or he washes up and gets the guns out of the cop station, gives Morgan some guns. He gets used to this idea now that he's alive in the zombie apocalypse. And then he's leaving Morgan to go search for his family. But before he does that, and this is the most interesting, this is the most important, one of the most important moments, making this its own separate mini story. Before he leaves to go find his family, he goes back to that bicycle girl and he says, you know, I'm sorry this happened to you, and he shoots her, and then you see the car peel out. And I believe that is the ending, the part where the cop car is leaving. So he's on the search for his family. So that's its own separate mini story, where you have a cop who was shot, wakes up in a zombie apocalypse. The zombie is the introduction to him being in this world, and then he accepts the fact that he's in this world, and he has one mission to find his family. That's his mission. He puts that walker down and he goes off, you know, to do that mission. You don't need to know whether he finds his family or not. That can be a mini, like a webisode, or it could be one of those ambiguous endings where you don't, you know, it's up to the audience to figure out if he finds them or not. So that's how a lot of comic book writers, or that's how a lot of writers in general, want you to do the first issue, from what I could tell, where it has like its own little mini story. And it's a really good idea if you're a writer out there to do that with single issues. Look at a single issue like it's a mini story. The only problem though, and I will explain this, I'm going to shut up now about it, but I will explain this in detail after the issue comes out. There's one part where it would hurt the story I'm trying to tell to do a mini story in this issue. I still did my best to make it a mini story, but it's like a 2 or 3 parter. So you're gonna get this flash forward into the zombie apocalypse, but you're gonna hear things, and it's all opening up all these questions and possibilities for what is gonna happen once you dive into this story. So that's what issue 1 is, just filled with a lot of questions. So I think we will both sit down too and do a Q&A with it, because I've seen a few comments. I think, who asked that? Aaron B. Mations. Yeah, we'll try to do that, like this, like a Google Hangout where we could take your guys' questions. Maybe we'll take them early and then we'll do a recorded video. So, I don't know, a live one would be pretty cool. What? That was Ronnie. You would like Westworld. Put it on the watch. I already seen it. I think I did a video. Nah, I might have forgot. But I did a video on Westworld. Yeah, I liked it. Bicycle Girl. Yeah, Bicycle Girl on the TV show. She did have her own web series, but I was talking about the comic. Well, how many seasons would The Walking Dead have realistically? Any 12, 15, somewhere around there. That seems doable. How different would the show be? Yeah, we already talked about that. I would love to see the old characters in a flashback or a hallucination, like Shane, Dale, Herschel, Merle. And the others, I think sometime in the show they would appear. You know, I don't know. This is hard. I would like it to also, but only for very specific reasons. Like, let's say they end season 8, and there's a time skip in between season 8 and 9. maybe start season 9 off with Rick and, because listen, you know what, I just thought of this. It's the new beginning, right? Season 9, let's just say that it's new beginning. There's a time skip. We end the war in season 8, all out war is done, and we come back to watch season 9, and when it opens up, it's Shane and Rick doing something, and it's gonna mirror season 1, episode 1, where it was Shane and Rick maybe in a cop car. Maybe this can be Shane and Rick doing something else, either on the job or at home, so we can get Lori. Maybe Shane is helping Rick move, something simple too. No Carl, because he's way too old, but Shane is helping, or you could get someone who's a Carl lookalike, have him in the back so you can't see clearly his face, and he's doing, you know, helping out, doing something, but he's in the background. And then Lori's walking around the house, Shane is helping him carry something in, and you have a moment that relates to life, and you got to write it so it matches the purpose of the script later on. So that way, when you go from that flashback to where they are now in the new beginning, Rick is with Michonne, and you have this life of Judith and Carl, and the idea here is, you know, The Walking Dead from Shane and Rick entering this world, how it was for season 1 to 8, and then you have this new beginning where you're refreshing the story, the world, the characters, everything's getting a reset. Even reset the logo a little bit, do something a little bit different and off, and then start it out by mirroring season 1, episode 1. Something like that. I don't know, that tickles my balls a little bit, my creative balls, something. I like it, maybe you guys don't. But anyway, please talk a bit about your plans to do live streams when The Walking Dead returns. Only one concern, time zone airing differences. Unfortunately, we can't get around that. And the thing is, yeah, there's no getting around that at all. We're going to talk about The Walking Dead live immediately after the episode, and then the next day or the next day after that, that's when I'm going to upload my, and I say the next day or the next day because if it's a video that has a lot, if it's an episode that's got a lot in it, and it's going to take a while to make the video, I don't want to just rush it out. So it's either going to post on Tuesday or Wednesday. So Sunday night, right after the new episode, I go live. I can't wait, because by the time I wait for you guys to air it or watch it, especially in the UK, I think when you guys watch it, it's like 6 p.m. the next day for us in the United States. So the time zone thing is all off. And I can't wait because of the other plans, and not only that is you'll get the people that are like, oh, come on, wait, I got work, I can't see it in 2 days, 3 days. It's just simple. It airs, we watch it, and then if you want to catch that, I guess when it replays or when we do the in-depth discussions. I'm trying to think of other ways to get that set up to where it's more doable. But yeah, unfortunately, because of the time zones, I don't think there's a way around that, you know, because there's no way I will ever be able to do a live video for the show and get everyone around because of the time zones. There's no way, because then people have work, or people have this, or people have that. It's just all the time someone's going to be missing out, you know. But if you guys have any suggestions, you know, if there's a secondary one or a bonus one every here and there that we do during the day, I have no problems with that. Like if we do Sunday night for the episode, and then maybe in the middle of the week we do a live stream during the day for people on the flip side. I don't know. Give me some ideas, guys. Let me know. Yeah, there's a lot of people asking about Darabont. How different would it be? I don't know why I'm so stuffy. Yeah, those Ninja Turtles on your shelf are fucking awesome, man. Wait till Mikey gets here. Like, I don't know what the heck they're doing with Judith. 8 seasons into the show, I would be sad if she died, but she's never even talked or done nothing. I don't know why I'm stuffed up. Yeah, Judith right now, I'm a bit at odds with her. I don't know what they're doing with her. Do you think the gang will ever run into some sort of new civilization with an enormous amount of people? I think in the comic they have to go in that direction at some point or another, because they risk doing everything repeating. Oh look, bad guy. Oh look, community. Oh look this. Oh look that. Our walls are falling down. We got this bad villain. So they need to start mixing it up with big communities, small communities. Because listen, that would be a new thing. Instead of running into a small community with a bad leader, or maybe you guys want different things. you run into a community that is well organized, and they might not necessarily be bad, but they're going to take over your shit. That's just how it is. You know, you run into a network of communities that have formed a government. Now they're like, they want to extend their reach. Oh, we got some soldiers, we'll send you. Next thing you know, they're establishing their section of government in your town. And I mean, I think some of that is really risky to be uninteresting storylines, but there's also some really interesting stuff there. Some scandalous shit. You could also do some I don't want to say that, because I was going to say some Game of Thrones style shit where people are, playing the Game of Thrones, but I mean it in a totally different way, you know what I'm saying? Because this would just be a government and keeping them from establishing power, not someone being a king. Now that all the setup for All Out War in Season 7 is done, The Walking Dead can reach the greatness it had in Season 5 and 6. Yeah, you should continue watching Z Nation. It's really quite interesting. I never know what's coming. I can't. I watched Season 1 and then I went back because a lot of people who liked it said, "Oh, watch Season 2," and I did, and it's just not in my ballpark. It's just not in my. I don't have the taste buds for it. The best flashback dream I've ever seen was Clementine in Season 2. Oh, that's something I wanted to try to get a video done before, but I don't know what the hell Telltale Games is doing with The Walking Dead. We're going to discuss this once, because Last of Us, the next gameplay is going up tomorrow, and then I'm going to do my absolute best to try to get that the gameplay up, because we're going to finish in the next week and a half, and we're going into Telltale's The Walking Dead, and I don't know what the fuck they are doing there. First off, they never should have done... Well, I can't say that because I haven't played Season 3 yet. But I don't know why you would not have Clementine as the main character in Season 3. I mean the main, like you play her and everything. I don't understand that decision. Last of Us fans, that would be like... And speaking of Last of Us, a member of the MAPP community sent something for The Last of Us that is like fucking epic. I got that video coming too. But listen... That would be like, oh, here's The Last of Us Part 2, but you're going to play as this Firefly fucking guy, and then you get to meet up with Joel and Ellie once in a while, and they're in the story, but, oh, look, ooh, it's, it's edgy, I don't know. I just feel like that was such a failed idea. You guys let me know if you disagree, and maybe you loved Season 3 and it was hoorah, but I kind of feel like maybe they have to end it because it's not selling well, which is a surprise. I thought it was doing great, but I never looked into the numbers, you know what I mean? So they're ending it with Season 4. That's the new one. And they came out, and I think this is what pissed me off hardcore, because they came out and said, you know what, guys? You will definitely play Clementine. This is the final. This is ending it. And I don't understand why they would do that. Why? And they came out. They never came out this early with Season 3. Never. And I think that was because they were hiding the fact that you weren't Clementine. They were trying to, once they're playing it, they'll get over it. I don't know. It's one of those moments, again, where my gut is saying, there's something else going on here. Maybe the Walking Dead's coming out with other video games, and the Telltale's not doing so well with the Walking Dead's game, so they're saying, okay, we're going to have to take a break, this is it, and then do something different, or I don't know. There's something else. Or maybe, better yet, maybe this is a good thing, and they're actually planning to bring Clementine into the comic book, or blend that somehow. That would be cool. Fans would love that. Or they're going to do something different. It'll be the end of Clementine's story, but they're taking on a bigger and better or cooler project with The Walking Dead. I don't know. All I know is something in my gut is saying this is weird. Some of the decisions they made, and then keep in mind, guys, obviously this is only my opinion. All right. Did I get this right? Crystal. Sorry. Crystal, saving MAPP with a super chat. Hey man, love your channel. Please post on steamit.com so your fans can give you money and support easier. It's the only way I can regularly support you. Steam it. I'll look that up. I have no idea what that is. At first I thought maybe it was like an ad. Go to steamit.com. Thank you very much for the super chat, Crystal. I will look that up. As a matter of fact, I'll write that down now so I do not forget. I have no idea what that is, though. I haven't heard anyone talk about that. Let me see. Scroll down. What are you guys talking about here? I'm not discussing Morales anymore. Ronnie, how excited are you for the next issue of The Walking Dead? I'm really excited. I think I'm excited about the next one, and then I'm nervous about the one after that. And then I'm just blah about the hilltop being rebuilt, because it's just like it's being rebuilt. But I'm curious. I am curious. What's up, honey?
Do you know where last time where I said this?
No, what do you mean?
The
charger.
The charger.
The charger. I took your charger. Sorry. It is. Did I put it in the kitchen?
It's over the rainbow.
What? It's it's in the kitchen.
Wait, can I tell them how much I want a guinea pig first?
They don't care about your guinea pig.
Hey guys, I want a guinea pig so much, and Dad is gonna get me one in 10 days.
She cleans her room, and
I already did.
Promises to clean up his poop. His little balls of poop. And I'll flick her in her hair. Hair, quick! It's gonna. Oh, it died. Go to the kitchen and grab that charger.
No, it didn't.
Oh, didn't? Well, come on. Let's get you that charger. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure she gets the charger.
Down. 1 second.
Sorry about taking your charger. Oh, jeez. What is the matter with you? You're a psycho, kid. Check this out. We did a little project. I'm going to have Juliet do another project with me. $1 from the dollar store. You get 2 of these white foam things and just spray paint it with that texture spray they got at the craft store. And then I'm gonna put the Predators on it. I was supposed to do something to celebrate the Megapath Presents website. I was going to do a section called It Figures and then highlight all the popular figures throughout whatever. I had somebody that was going to do it for me, and then something came, not do it for me, but contribute to, like, let's say you guys out there in the MAPP family, let's say one of you loves a certain show, Z Nation or Game of Thrones or whatever, and you want to contribute a review. You know what I'm saying? I would take the reviews and stuff, and obviously if you... It's different though, because obviously if you show up and you're like, I have no way to prove that I even write anything good or I don't post on anything now, it's a slower process. We were taking people that are interested in doing something like that. So, but anyway, long story short, they were going to start doing stuff with figures, and I was going to launch it, but it kind of fell through, and it's on the back burner. It didn't fall through. I don't have time to get that part of the website done yet. So anyway... Ronnie, do you think the episode focused on saviors will be awesome? I like how they started the group invasion, Simon getting promoted, etc. It depends on when it is. If we go into all-out war and they tried to feed me some bullshit backstory about the saviors, I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to look at it like it's filler. I'm going to look at it like... unless they do something cool like this. Here's the only way I can see it. If we're going into war with the saviors and they start blending in some backstory with Simon, maybe we flash back, but only a little bit. It needs to be pieces. Don't take a whole episode. Nothing gets solved. Maybe they go on a run for guns, but the entire one episode we're flashing back to Simon. Don't do some bullshit like that. I can see The Walking Dead for whatever reason doing something like that. But instead of that, over the course of 2 or 3 episodes, or maybe even the whole first half of the season, 1 2-minute flashback in this episode, 2 episodes later, a 3-minute flashback in the beginning of the episode, a 30-second flashback, a 50-second flashback. Do some shit like that, but spread it out. But have the flashbacks have specific meanings. Set it up in a way where maybe in the very beginning of this war, he almost gets injured bad, like something that really shakes him up. So when they're going into war, maybe he's just kind of, maybe he's just kind of processing some of the shit he's been through. I don't know, something different like that. I don't know. Maybe I didn't make any sense about that. Probably not. What the fuck do you want from me? I love Clem. I was upset by the fact you didn't get to play as her in Season 3 besides in flashbacks. And you can't control flashbacks. I'm just assuming, right? Because if it's flashback, it already happened. Unless they give you choices in a flashback, which that would be kind of weird. Watch, they did, and I just looked like a fool. What do you hope to see in a new Walking Dead trailer? Some fucking guns. I want an interesting trailer. I don't want to see just wars and battles. I want it to build up as you know, it's so hard to put into words, but the vibe of family, friends, revenge, like the ones we lost, everything we've done to get here. Like, I want them to highlight Alexandria is our home. The kingdom is our home. Like, all these places, these are our homes, and we can't just leave them. You'll die out there. For everyone to restart or start over, to run into other bad guys, like, they can't leave. You know, they can't leave, because if they run into Negan 2.0, now they don't have any home, they don't have any supplies. They're just going to get gunned down in the street and ear raped. Some shit like that, you know? With, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. With the trailer like that, set it up, establish something like that. Don't try to mislead us. Don't give us any of this shit. And then maybe 30, 40 seconds into the trailer, 25 seconds into the trailer, establish that, like, this is it. This is the only one way. It's all set up. Like, we are going to war. We are going to fight. And then slowly build to some kind of epic, you know, ending where it is the war, and it is similar to how they filmed sacking the outpost, where they were banging on a door, someone else was going in the door, and they were going back and forth between like Daryl and Rosita and Abraham. If you go and rewatch that, a similar trailer, but sped up a lot faster, obviously. But that would be, man, yeah. I went on a tangent. I don't even know what a tangent is. Doomsday Kingdom will be the very first comic I ever buy. Gotta show Ronnie some love. I'm actually curious what the mind of Ronnie looks like in dialogue bubbles. Thank you very much. That's actually really awesome. The very first comic you ever buy. That's fucking cool. Poblox, I know you always say that Negan should die by Lucille at the hands of Maggie, but don't you think it would be better if he dies saving Rick or Maggie? I'm thinking about comic Negan. No, I am not a fan of... No, listen, I'll be honest with you. I think that's cliched, very cliched and overdone. You know, turn the bad guy into a good guy, have him save, you know, especially Maggie, for example. I think there's a scene you can do with Negan saving Maggie, but not dying. And I believe I've talked about this in the past. But my foot is firm. I'm almost positive I've always said it like that, but my foot is firm on not dying because of the cliche. But not only that, because it's more powerful for Maggie. It's easy for Maggie if Negan dies and she just goes, alright, he saved my life. That kind of messes me up. The guy who killed Glenn saved my life. You know, blah, 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 blah. But it's more conflict. It's more interesting if she's messed up with that information, but Negan's still alive. What's that conversation like? I mean, what are they going to say to each other? You know what I'm saying? Like, that I find interesting. No, you can control the flashbacks. Oh, well, shit. Passing of George Romero. Your thoughts on his legacy to genre. I mean, I am thinking of doing a video paying respects to George Romero. But I'm not like right now, I'm not going to like bullshit or lie. You guys heard my opinions loud and clear. I really appreciate, I view it differently. A lot of people go, this is the guy that, you know, invented zombies. And every time someone says that, angels die. He didn't invent zombies. And that's not like an accurate way to celebrate his legacy. It's not like I am like strict when it comes to giving people their proper deserves. And that man did something for the zombie genre, and I think he should get absolute credit for that. Just simply saying this man invented zombies, first off, it's not true. It's not accurate. And he did more than that. That's not what he did. That's not what he did at all. He did something for the zombie genre that touches not only, you know, the fans, but everyone who's been in the fandoms, creators, everyone who's fans who looked up to him to be creators. And this goes beyond inventing a zombies, because zombies existed in movies, in books, way before he got the idea, you know, from zombie materials. They had voodoo zombies. They also had the zombie / mutant vampire things that were from I Am Legend, because he pulled his Night of the Living Dead from that. So like his what's the word I'm looking for, like what he gave, his contribution, you know, is a lot more than, oh, he invented zombies, you know. I don't know, but I'm thinking about doing a video that highlights that, and not just, oh, George Romero died, rest in peace. I didn't want to do a video like that, and I'm not going to do a video like that. I would like to do an honest video going, okay, this is where he's from, maybe cover a little bit about his first projects, maybe some fun facts that are unknown, and then cover his later projects, but do it in a fair light, not just sugarcoating, because we have this habit in this world too, and it goes beyond being polite, but it just makes, like, everyone who passes away in death, they must be better than they've ever were in life. But I think I think we deserve it. You know, I think it's up to us to remain honest, but also be polite. Don't take shots at somebody who just passed away. Come on. But I want to look at all the positive side, all the positive shit, the shit I enjoy, the shit you guys enjoy, the shit fandoms have been enjoying for a while. But let's look on the let's look at the truth though. Like, he didn't understand the fandom. That's one of the most interesting things. If you go back and watch the interviews and reviews, especially people who dressed up as zombies or who went to the Comic-Cons, he borderline insulted them. That's how much he just was out of touch with it. And, you know, some of that we can relate to. I couldn't imagine being a cosplayer. Not in a million years could I ever imagine. I can picture, like, throwing on, like, Dwight's clothes, you know what I mean, and screwing off and going whatever. But I could never imagine, like, every year we're going to Comic-Con and I'm going to cosplay. It's just not in my personality. You know, once or twice here and there to screw around. And I've never done it either. I'm just saying I might do something like that because of the channel, doing something fun and goofy. I might dress up as Dwight or somebody else. Alpha. But yeah, it's not my thing. But in the same strength, I don't mean it to knock them. Like, if you want to do it, yard out. I like looking at some of the stuff that cosplayers do. But in the same strength, there's more. I don't know. It's so interesting. Those are the interesting things that I would like to touch on. You know what I'm saying? And instead of just making the video, oh, he died, rest in peace. What are we talking about here? Oh, wait. Super chat came in by Mama Otter. Thank you very much. Passing of George Romero, your thoughts on his legacy to the zombie genre. Did his work influence Doomsday Kingdom? Oh, that is great. I just talked about George Romero and didn't even notice your super chat. But huge thank you, Mama Otter. And yeah, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this right now because obviously it's a sore time. A lot of people love the guy, especially his contribution, like I said. And that's something that I would love to highlight and to, you know, hold high. Like, that is something to celebrate, his contribution. And again, I fight for, it's more than saying he invented zombies. It's so much more than that. But as far as where fans are going to get mad, there's an opening in my comic where I said, matter of fact, hold on. Yeah, look at it. I'll just read it right out to you. There's the opening. Fuck, watch, I don't even have that shit. Yeah, right here. As far back as I can remember, I've always loved I've always loved apocalyptic stories, especially the zombie genre. Love the idea, but I'm usually disappointed by the material, finding only a small amount of great stories over the decades. I call it being a concept fan. So back in 2006, I began writing a story that I felt we deserved as fans of the genre. Here is the beginning of that story. And that's the introduction to Doomsday Kingdom in the comic book, right? And that's the truth, whether you hate me for it or not. And it's horrible timing, I think, to answer this question. But I didn't grow up as a fan of anybody's work in the zombie genre going, this is the most awesome thing in the world. I grew up going, this could be the most awesome thing in the world. And again, I don't want to take away. It wasn't my cup of tea. What he did was not my cup of tea. I love the zombie gore till the day I die. Love it to this day. I have so much fun with it. But the characters, the story, the decisions in that aspect, sometimes I can't stay awake. It doesn't hold my interest. It's just not there for me. I think Night of the Living Dead is probably my favorite out of the bunch. For me, it kind of goes downhill, except for the gore factor. I think the gore factor is some of the funnest shit, like the zombies and certain things they do. There are some clever things they do outside of the story and the characters, but I think his biggest influence for me in Doomsday Kingdom, and I want to word it so I don't sound like a huge dick, because this has a possibility of sounding like that. But his biggest influence was simply going, this is the concept. A massive, massive concept fan. But it's just not my cup of tea. Not quite yet, because there was something missing in the story. Originally, in the first draft, was something similar to what I wrote, where I said that the one goal is I want to make a zombie story that makes you cry. I can't do that anymore because I personally feel like Robert Kirkman's already done that. Or Frank Darabont, Robert Kirkman, everybody, the whole entire cast, acting, directing, everyone who's involved with the Walking Dead TV show, they've already done that. I can't do that because back then I was like, oh, I'm going to make the first zombie show where you look at it and you have as much respect for it as you did other shows where you watched and you cried, whether it's, from E.T. to Titanic to, indies that, what are some, I don't watch, some of the artsy shit where those are the one that gets all the Oscars and shit. Like, I wanted to write zombie material on that level. That's ridiculous, though, because you break the genre by looking at it like that. But the idea was to be overly serious. So, yeah, now, in a way, it's like saying, and it's not bad for everyone. If you guys loved it, you let me know down below. What's your favorite George Romero movie? Which one and why? I mean, what is it for you? The zombies, the stories, the characters, like which parts of it? Help me know, because again, for me, it's not like saying everything he did was horrible. It's not at all. Look at how the fans reacted. They loved it. I mean, and that's the part where I say, look at what he did. They loved it. But for me, growing up, it just was not my cup of tea. And that pushed me to say, there's no zombie story out there right now that's for me. There's not that one where I'm like, oh my God. So I want to go and write that. And that is why I started. That is literally why I sat down at that kitchen table in Edwardsville, Pennsylvania, and started writing. No, was it Edwardsville? No, I think I sat down and wrote I sat down and wrote the second draft after I waited like 2 years. I pulled it back out in Edwardsville. Anyway, I'm probably off track. Everyone left. Oh yeah, we got 5 people still here. Let's see how many people hate my guts now. I feel like I worded that so wrong and I sound like a dick. Ronnie, what did you think of the Season 8 Comic-Con banner? I like it. I am so confused why they aren't saying, all out war. I don't get it. I think I have a feeling it's because they don't want any section of The Walking Dead to have a subtitle. And I don't know. I wouldn't call it a subtitle. It's more like a tagline. They had it in Season 5, and this is what I'm talking about. The hunt or be hunted, isn't that what it was? Instead of having hunt or be hunted, just have all out war. But they're not doing it. On the very first promo, they got Rick and Negan, or Negan and Rick, or Rick and whatever. And there's no all-out war, and I know it's small, it's stupid, but I just feel like maybe the trailer's going to be something different. Instead of having an all-out war trailer, we're going to have some bullshit, you know, where, oh, you know, we can't let this happen, we got to do this, and then there's a little bit of fighting. I don't know. I butchered that. People are still talking about the Morales stuff. You know, I slowed the texting. I sped it up. It was 60 seconds when I checked it, and I lowered it down to 20. I thought a couple people wanted it lowered. I thought that would help. Do you see Rosita getting pregnant in the TV show? I mean, at this point, there's no way she'll hook up with Eugene, and he sided with Negan, so who would she end up with? To be honest, we don't need that storyline. It doesn't do anything, you know? So, yeah, it doesn't do anything. Take it or leave it. I say flip a coin. Altar of Madness, media reviews, concept fan, the fuck. Yeah, a lot of people, this is something that I came up with. I don't know, no one else has ever said it that I know of, but a lot of people are concept fans and they don't know it. Jason Voorhees, loved them ever since I was a little kid. The movies are dumb. You know, the movies, even the first one, it's weak. And I've always loved the concept. I love the idea of, you know, the deformed face, the pillow sack over his head, the hockey mask later on, the axe, Crystal Lake. I love those ideas, and that's what a concept is. I love the ideas. I don't love the execution. The movies, all the Jason movies, I love them for the concept, but as a whole, the movies suck. They're shitty. The stories are dumb. They're slapped together. The gore porn is fun. Shit, yeah. You know, I love all that slasher gore shit. But I'm a concept fan. Same thing with Friday the 13th. I can't really say it for Texas Chainsaw because I think there was 2 or 3 I actually enjoyed a lot. The original I still like. But with Friday the 13th, I do believe I would be a concept fan for most of that because... yeah, I don't know. That one's I let that one slide a little bit though because that one for me is more. I always saw that as a comedy, you know. I know it's not. Maybe dark humor. Greg Nicotero started his makeup work on Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, I actually knew Greg Nicotero, or knew of Greg Nicotero, way before The Walking Dead. When I started watching The Walking Dead and I heard about Greg Nicotero and everything, and I put the pieces together with him and Tom Savini and all the old horror stuff, like, it's the name, like Nicotero, just, I don't know, it was different though because... If I remember correctly, I always thought there was something in season 1. It could be season 2, where Romero like really dissed The Walking Dead. But I remember him and Romero being buddies, and I was like, "Well, what is that all about?" But oh well. Ronnie, who do you think will get Andrea's New Beginning look? Thanks, man. Nobody. Oh, do you mean the poncho? Again, flip a coin. As far as Andrea's cuts, that's a big part of her look. Beth already got that to a T, so, I mean, a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same. I think it was on different sides. Beth was on the same side. Could you do a video talking about the Walking Dead comic storyline? If you look at the few volumes so far, it's been about Carl growing older and Rick finding a purpose after that, aka Andrea's last words. That's pretty general though. You're gonna have to lead me in the right direction. What do you want the video to be about? I could do it about what you just said, but you already said it. Could you do a video talking about the Walking Dead comic storyline? If you look at a few volumes so far, it's been about Carl growing old. Yeah, as far as Carl growing older, there's no way you're getting around that. They're definitely grooming him to take over the story. If it lasts. Like, if it lasts, okay, Carl takes over the story, but if The Walking Dead stops selling tomorrow, then they could just kill off all the characters and call it a day. If Kirkman's smart, if The Walking Dead, just everyone stopped reading it tomorrow, he would kill Rick off and then just stop the story with that and wait a few years until people want more zombies again, and then he can bring the story back with Carl or something. But as far as looking at the volumes as a whole and trying to come up with something, I could take a look at that and see if there's any interesting stories to come out of it. Sure. Night of the Living Dead is on Sci-Fi right now. You spelled right with a W. I believe Michonne will get pregnant. Andy stated, yes, definitely. Laugh aloud. Besides, it's part of the story arc. Besides, it's part of a story arc. I don't know what story arc you're talking about, but there's no Andrea or Michonne getting pregnant in the comics. So I don't know what you mean. Ronnie, what did you think? Oh, that comment. What the fuck happened? Did I scroll down or something? I guess I did. Mama Otter, love Cabin in the Woods, entertaining and original. Listen, I like that. I like that a lot. I thought I was going into that to see like the next new stupid horror movie. I did not see the trailer. I think, if I remember correctly, wait a minute, I think we rented it. I think this chick I was seeing rented it, and I remember I didn't even watch like a trailer, right? And it was either at a theater or at like my place or her place or something, but I remember sitting down getting ready to watch like another dumb horror movie, right? Because Hollywood, they're excellent at screwing up horror. All they know how to do is jump scares, you know? Be scared. It's like, holy fuck. Anyway, so I sit down and I just remember the one moment, especially where he jumps off on the bike, like, oh, he's a hero. And it's like, I know a lot of people make fun of that shit, but you got to understand, I was sitting down thinking this is going to be another bullshit horror movie, and they start doing these, like an actual funny spoof. I thought it was hilarious. I fucking loved it. Ronnie, do you think Rick knows Madison? I hope not. There's no point for that. Do you think Telltale should make another game about a character from the comic? No. At this point in time, no. Yeah, just no. It all depends. If they're stopping The Walking Dead because they're doing something else and they're moving on and making something bigger, sure. But if they're stopping it because, in fact, the sales were low, then no. I think they should do it if they bring on a new creative team or something. Because, again, I got to play the game to see, but I just don't know. Some of the decisions they made, especially with the story, I just don't know what they were thinking. And if I look at them like that and I think, well, I think they were going for something else. I think they were going to establish the other characters and yada yada yada. And like, you know, this character in 1, this character in 2, this character in 3, and now they're building their base. I think that just kind of fell apart. So would I trust them to do a comic character story justice? I don't know. I'm going to return to that with the Michonne game and then with the seasons 1, 2, and 3 down. What do you think of Maggie losing her baby during the war? I don't like that idea. It doesn't do anything for the story. Nothing at all. We don't need her to get sadder. We need her to get madder. Imagine this baby. There's no way in hell that the last piece of Glenn that she has left on this earth, there's no way in hell she's gonna let this baby be born with Negan as the leader of all the communities. That's her motivation. That's a huge part of her motivation. Without that, the character's kind of empty. Haha, see what I did there? But seriously, she's kind of empty. You think Chandler Riggs will be ready for an expanded role like the comic once All Out War is over? I don't know. If he hasn't been brushing up on his acting, then no, straight up. I like the kid. I think the kid's got the world by the balls. He can do so much great shit. But I'm also really harsh when it comes to, and this goes for me too. Listen, if I put out fucking Doomsday Kingdom and HBO crawls out under a rock tomorrow and says, here, retard, here's $5 million fucking dollars. You dumb engine, go make something. And I'll be like, okay, sure, fine. And then I come back after snorting a couple lines and then apologizing for being a racist. And then I will accept this for myself also. Be hard on rich people. They need it. There's so much shit. Listen, I fucked up a lot in my day and age, but there was a good chunk of time where I was making money. People treat you different when you make money. There's a lot more yes men. There's a lot more I'll do this, I'll do that. My knees are raw, but I'll go back down on them. There's so much you get away with, when you have money. And I just feel like we need to be harder on, or we should be. It's acceptable to be harder on people who are wealthy because sometimes they need that extra You know, so when I talk about that, I don't mean to pick on the kid. I think he has some serious potential, but I think he needs to earn it. He needs to, and I don't know if he is. I don't know. Don't give me that shit. He's going to school. School doesn't teach you a damn thing. Fuck out of here. Anyway, Andrew Lincoln cut his hair in the TV series like it is in the comics currently. Oh, will Andrew Lincoln? The hair, I don't think that matters. Again, this is one of those moments where you can flip a coin. I do believe he will get a haircut, definitely, because this is a show of the time, you know, of their, you know, they got a barber there. There's shit going on there. They got this and that. And it's also a refresher for the character and everything. I do think they'll cut it short, but I'm not sure if they're going to go with a buzz cut or not. Do you think they will kill Eugene or not? I can't decide, and Eugene isn't faking being on Negan's side. Josh confirmed it. Yeah, we've talked about that ad nauseum, about Eugene being on Negan's side, and I feel like I have clearly stated my opinion on that, so we're not going to go into that. If you guys want to watch that, it's probably in the thumbnail of one of the videos, but essentially it breaks down to, yeah, I didn't think, I know a lot of fans were thinking he faked it, but I didn't think he was faking it to be on Negan's side, but he's definitely dealing with pressure, sure. And if that pressure is relieved, I don't think he's going to stay on Negan's side, not at all. But will they kill Eugene at this point in time? I don't think so. Tariq Thompson. Nope, I already did your question. What is that? What is that? Nope, another one. You're killing my ribs, Ronnie. I'm dying now. Laugh out loud, thanks. I don't know what's funny. The Walking Dead has more of a comic bookish feeling to it. No, really? Laugh out loud. And Fear the Walking Dead is more based in a truer life type scenario. It would be dumb for any characters to cross over. Well, I think it would be dumb just simply on the fact that they are literally, one's fucking in California and one's on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? It's just, what? Why are we still talking about this? Madison, look at how far along Rick and the gang are. They're like, you know, they're into the apocalypse. Madison and them, they're still all the way on the West Coast. During the normal, like for those who don't know, maybe you live outside of the U.S. or, you know, I don't know, maybe you live in the U.S. but you're drunk, high, or stupid. During regular civilization times, like we currently are living at, it would be hard as fuck for me to go to California right now. It would be a life-threatening journey. In real life right now, with as much technology and bullshit, what am I going to do? Take the 50 cents I got in my pocket and then fucking, I can even hitchhike, but I'm probably going to starve to death. I mean, in the world of The Walking Dead, they can shoot deer and shit, or cannibalism. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but yeah, that's a journey. I don't know, like, this whole idea with Fear the Walking Dead coming into The Walking Dead, it's, let it die. Just let it die. Put it down, guys. He'll get a haircut, but will he get a hand cut? No, he shouldn't. Scrowny Hayes. I don't know what that means. I couldn't see Rick with short hair on the TV show. Just went last Friday. Bought $50 package that had endless ammo. It was pretty cool. The actors really sold it. They actually use a realistic police-type training weapon system. It would be nice to get a legit backstory episode on Michonne. The first one was bullshit. I haven't played that yet. I'll let you know. And we're going to do that on this channel, too. The backstory for Michonne in the comic. By Andy's hair is glorious. Wait, but Andy's hair is glorious. It'll grow back. Cut Daryl or Chandler's hair. Listen, Daryl needs a haircut desperately. For the new beginning, he better get one. Ronnie, do you think they will have Rick's leg busted up? I don't think they need it. I don't think it's needed. Keep in mind, you're going to ask an actor to limp the whole time. I think Andrew Lincoln could do that, you know, easy. But I wouldn't, I don't know. I don't think they need it. They could. I say scar him up some. Put him through hell. But something like a limp the entire time, it's just not needed. Is that Negan backstory sneak peek real or fake? Oh, that's fake, bro. That's fake as fuck. Ronnie, how long do you want the trailer to be? I want at least 3 minutes. A minute and a half. Fucking max. Hollywood shows too much. We don't need 3-minute trailers, especially for movies. For a TV show, sure, you got 4 episodes roundabout. That's how much they're going to show. Okay, fine. A 3-minute trailer, maybe. I still prefer closer to 2. But Hollywood really need... Because think about this. Listen, you got Hollywood. You're spending a ton of money for advertising. It's going to be cheaper to make an hour, a minute and a half trailer than it would a 3-minute trailer. And they do have shorter trailers, like they'll have 3-minute trailer posted, and then between TV shows they have this quick, like, 60-second trailer. You just need that 60-second trailer because you're showing too fucking much. Even Planet of the Apes, or War for the Planet of the Apes. I talk about this in a review. I didn't even get a chance to post it. If you guys want that, I'll try to do my best to post it. But so many different scenes were spoiled like a motherfucker because as something happens, like the girl with her thing, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, this is going to happen. 30 minutes later, it happens. Or there's this one moment, and I'm not going to spoil anything now, so don't worry, but there's this one moment in the trailer where Caesar walks forward, and as soon as I saw something on the screen during the movie, I was like, oh, don't tell me that's... I think that's where Caesar was because of the camera angle. So you kind of get this idea that, oh, it's not going to be this, it's going to be that. And then, like him in the trailer, he blows something up. You see it in the movie, and you're like, oh, yep, there it is. So you can pretty much go, and it's instant. I can't block my mind out in trailers. And I don't know why it's like that with trailers, but it's so... How long have you been there? I almost pissed myself.
For only 3 seconds. Like doing this, keeping her up.
I've seen her, you freaking psycho. Anyway, yeah, trailers are too long. This isn't my proudest... Oh, you're managing? Well, I hope you manage with that. I'm hoping for 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Ronnie, where did you get the cool shirt from? Oh, Athena, MAPP member Athena sent this in. She kicked ass.
Go watch that video. It was in a horror block.
No, not this shirt. Athena sent this in. This is a MAPP member sent this in, not horror block.
Remember, we
No. She sent this in because I seen this. We were taking a trip, and I posted it on Instagram, and I said, "Oh my God, they got these awesome shirts." And then she went ahead. I think it was close to my birthday. She went ahead and bought it and sent it to the PO box. So if she's watching, I don't even know if she still watches the channel. I think she does. But yeah,
doesn't.
Awesome shirt.
I want a guinea pig.
Will the Whisperers show up with Nicholas covered in blood? I don't know why you're asking that. No. Behind you. No one getting a haircut during the war. Look behind you. Behind you, bro. Ronnie, what do you think of The Walking Dead casting popular celebrity on the premiere show, just like what Game of Thrones used Ed? I didn't have any idea who Ed was. Ed Sheeran or something? I know the name. I guess I don't listen to his music. Clearly, I don't ever listen to his music videos because I have no idea who that person is until today online. People are all throwing a hissy fit about it. I had no idea. And if The Walking Dead did just grab a celebrity to put him in a role, yeah, I wouldn't like it. You know what I'm saying? But it depends on what it's for. It depends on the type of celebrity. It depends on if this is an organic thing or is this a scene that was just thrown in there so they can give their Hollywood buddies, a role. I'd be pretty pissed about wasting time for a bullshit scene. But when I was watching Game of Thrones, it didn't feel like... I was wondering what the point of the scene was, you know what I mean? It didn't really feel like it had any, so maybe that's what fans are mad about. War for the Planet of the Apes showed way too much in the trailers. It showed everything. You don't know it when you watch the trailer because you think there's a... You think there's a fucking war coming, but there's not. Got my bear. You think there's a war coming, but there's not. So you're thinking, oh, there's so much more that's going to pop off. Well, it doesn't. There's one grenade. Haha, spoiled it for you. I shit you not. I am an asshole because I just spoiled the movie. It's a war with one grenade. It's not really, but it kind of is. And they show that one grenade in the in the trailer. Spider-Man Homecoming trailer showed every action sequence in the movie. I was sitting in the theater like, what the fuck? Yeah, Hollywood does that now all the time. And listen, this is why the original idea for Megapath Presents was to do shorts and then start doing movies that are good enough, like It Comes at Night. Is that right? It Comes at Night. Movies like with that quality, but something lower budget to where we can do it and put it up on the YouTube channel. And eventually we would have our own platform and yada, yada, yada. And that was the idea for Megapath Presents, and that's still the idea. I don't care if I'm 60 and we finally get it going. That is the main goal of Megapath Presents, is to produce our own content. And I'm telling you right now, until the day I die, you'll have to... It's not going to happen. Until the day I die, we're never going to do trailers longer than a certain amount of time. And I'm going to put it in the contract every time we do a piece, anytime we're producing a movie, it's in the contract. And I don't know if this is even possible, but after the first 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes max, you are not allowed to show anything from that point on in the trailer. The end 20 to 30 minutes at the very least, you cannot show that in a trailer. And I think they need to start adhering to that, because it's ruining the experience. When you ruin the experience, people come out of the theaters and they say, it was underwhelming, it was okay. And you know what happens? The people they talk to go, I'll wait till it comes out and I'll rent it at Redbox. I'll wait till it comes out. I can't tell you how many movies came out and I was like, oh, I'm going to see that in the theater. And someone was like, yeah, it wasn't even really about a war. And I was like, well, I'm not going to see it now. I'll rent it at Redbox. And then I rented it at Redbox and I'm like, this is so dumb. It's nothing like the trailer. It's nothing like what they were talking about. Whoop-de-whoop. So Hollywood needs to change some things. Seriously. Whatever. What do I know? Fuck do I know? Ronnie, Q&A. How do you feel about Dwight getting killed? I feel like that's stupid. I feel like that's a try hard. Like, oh look, you know, he wasn't killed in the comics, so let's kill him on the show. Nope, trying too hard. He stays alive. That's the end of it. So glad Juliet is awake. So is she. Look behind you. The evil doll. Ronnie, what do you think of The Walking Dead casting popular celebrities on... How the hell did we get back to your haircut? Your haircut. Holy fug. Oh my god, she's the best part of the show. I love that kid. Don't you dare say that. Ronnie, don't encourage her. We're not doing this tonight, Juliet. I'll drop kick you. I got her to watch Goonies for the first time. Ronnie, will Dwight and Eugene lead the Sanctuary after All Out War? I think so. I have a feeling the new beginning is going to give everyone feels of the early seasons again. Oh, that would be so cool. There's a wild Juliet stalking in the background. Tell her to go to bed.
Hey, that's the guy I was looking for. I was looking for that guy.
Yeah?
Give me that guy.
Oh, no, he likes cuddling with me. Stupid bear. Really hope they show a Tomb Raider movie teaser at Comic-Con. Yeah, who they picked for Tomb Raider was odd, I thought. I was like, oh, okay. But anything's better than Angelina Jolie. I really want a guinea pig now. I told you, go clean your room and I'll get you one.
I did, but we're throwing out the other stuff.
Oh, yeah. Instead of cleaning the rest of the room, you're just going to throw it away?
But Daddy!
Agree with... I am working, honey. I will drop kick. Paper cut! Members of Cool Seems Like No One Talks About It was such a great show. I miss it. Agree with what you say about trailers and TV shows. I do the same as a writer. You can't help when you figure out the story beats, plot points, and spoilers. Yeah, I know I'm not the only one out there, but when you watch trailers or when you see certain things, you might not get spoiled right away, but as you're watching the movie, you see something like I said, you see the one thing and there's a dot of blood on it, and you're like, that's the end of that guy. You know, he's fucking done. You should be in your room. What are you doing? System of a Down, shake my effing head. I don't know what that is. Do you think they're going to make toy sets of All Out War like the prison scene? I don't think so. I think McFarlane Toys is done with the construction sets for The Walking Dead. To be honest, I don't know what McFarlane Toys is doing anymore. I don't know. I think they're heading in a different direction. They started doing the Friday Night Freddy, or what the hell, Juliet? What's that called?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's. They started doing the toys, but the like Lego style Five Nights at Freddy's. So I got a Negan. There's 15 Negans on the peg, and they are sloppy. I mean, I think there's a face on the leather jacket. That's how bad the paint is. So I'm going through all these Negans. I find one. I found one, right? That was okay. Just one. And at like 15, 20. And there's never that many figures except for color tops, and these are the ones that don't sell. Anyway, so I take that one to the register, but I'm following this Riri around the store because she's looking around, and I come across the building sets, and then I see the Five Nights at Freddy's. These things are the little frickin' building sets, like this big, and the sculpt and the paint is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And I'm sitting here looking at my retarded Negan with his clumped up face. It looked like he was wearing makeup, like my toy Negan is wearing makeup, like he's gonna go on the air or something. And I'm looking at this son of a, and I'm looking over at the Five Nights at Freddy toys, the little rinky-dink ones that go to kids that don't really give a shit how they look. I guess they go to some adult collectors too, sure, but... And I just started thinking, is this done on purpose? Because he made the comment last year, he's making more with Five Nights at Freddy collector sets than he is with anything else. So I kind of feel like, it shows, buddy. Anyway, I don't agree. Trailers spoil everything. My father thinks the same thing. But I don't agree with my own blood. Oh, you're a dumbass. Do you think they're going to, only because of the got stuff is what I was talking about. Let me know for casting calls and makeup artists. I'll send you my email and numbers. I want to do something with the MAPP family where we do casting calls for certain things. If you want to do lighting, or you want to do sound or props or costume designs, if we're doing something, we have meetups, and then, it's just simple. You come, you work, or you don't come for the next invite. It's that easy. So if everyone who wants to be involved in that, you can even come just to help if we need like gophers. I don't even care. And then and then get to know, maybe learn, I don't know, maybe you don't know what you want to do, and then over time you could, that's something I want to study. I don't know. I'm thinking I want it to be like that grassroots. Like, let's us make a movie. We don't need to beg Hollywood to let one of us in so they can just learn. Put that down now. Don't touch that again.
It was a joke.
Huh?
It was a joke.
I was supposed to pick this up, but I was cleaning, and I have a buddy gave me a knife. This is a knife, and I gotta put it up. Mimi was here visiting. My mother came to visit last week, and she said, "Yo, idiot, it's poking out under the shelf down there. Put that up." And I said, "Oh, I'm a great dad. I'll pick it up," and I never did. That's because I got this one. Where's it at? This one under the table.
What? Oh, now I know where it's hiding.
If you touch this, I'll break your fingers. That's why people have stopped watching trailers for me. The trailer tells me if I want to see the movie or not. Most of the time, I'm right when I don't. Yeah, the trailers, usually I don't watch them. Some of them, I can't look away. Like, I was so excited for Planet of the Apes. And I really thought, so much passion went into it, they wouldn't show everything. I don't know. I tell myself that lie all the time. And they showed everything. Ronnie, a lot of Spider-Man scenes didn't make it into the movie. That's another dumb thing they're doing. I'm doing all this shit, but I'm not going to put it in the movie. Maybe after the war. That seems like something you say for the New Beginning time skip. I don't know what you're talking about. Ronnie, I have 2 girls. Daddy's girls always get their way. Yeah, unfortunately. Ronnie is the king of the North. Fucking right. I'm dying. Seriously, she is awesome. Makes me smile every time. Juliet makes me giggle every time. Just don't tell her that. Damn, what about people in the UK or abroad? I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about when we said the live streams, There's nothing I can do about that. I mean, I can't change where you live. I can't change where I live. Good Lord, that's a knife. Yes, that is a knife. Laugh out loud. You think Jon Snow's a dumbass? I'm Jon Snow. Or, no, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it because what you said, you were talking about your dad in the show, right? Well, that's the problem with people who do these fake accounts. I don't know if you're telling that you're being honest or you're joking around. I thought you were joking around. Ronnie, why don't you stream on Twitch TV? I don't know. I've never used Twitch. I'll give it a try once we're getting used to this, you know. Use that knife now. Wait, what? Where'd it go? I lost it. Ronnie. Oh, okay. Use that knife now to stab the zombies' heads. That would take their heads off. Yeah, Simon would never submit himself to Rick. That's a knife. That knife could kill a walker. It could kill 2 walkers. I love knives so much. You can make some really nice guinea pig steaks with a knife like that. Ew, he eats guinea pig steaks.
Yeah, monster.
Do you think McFarlane Toys will ever make Michonne's katana? No, they already made Michonne's katana. Not McFarlane Toys, but a different company. If you're talking about a role-playing sword, chances are they're not going to make it again. Because AMC already had it made with a different company. Unless you mean a role-playing sword. They made a real one, like a replica. If that's the case, I don't think so, because I think it would look kind of cheap. They might. They might. They're doing everything else. So, you know what? Yeah, sure, fine. They might. Unless it's in the licensing with whoever they already did the swords with. Ronnie, why do you think The Walking Dead Season 6 and 7 cannot break the viewer record of Season 5? That's not what I think at all. I do believe that the ratings could break. Like, they could break the record for viewings. Sure, I believe that. Sure. Will Carol and Tara go to Oceanside for All Out War? I don't see why that would be. I mean, they could go there, but leave. You know, not... The way I read it means, like, they just go there after All Out War. Yeah, okay, maybe, sure. I don't know if they're going to go there to live. How do you mean that? Are they going to stay or just go there? Sure, they'll go there, but I don't think they'll stay. Maybe they will. I doubt it. Brought a knife to a gunfight. Yes, I did. Ronnie, what time is it for you? It is time to leave. See you later. Seriously, we got 9 minutes. It is 1 o'clock in the morning. Bought a knife to... Wait. Ronnie, what time? Oh, we already did that. Let's see some firearms. Nope. I got a feeling that... wait, what's the saying? I forget what the saying is, but I don't bring guns out to play. Unless I'm in a shooting range or something. Besides, they're always lock-loaded and ready to go. I got them in nooks and crannies so that way if I push a button it shoots out. I'm like fucking John Wick out this bitch. I got a feeling that the knife gonna be a good knife. I got a feeling I butchered what you wrote. Do you think they spoiled too much in the trailer with Jake Otto's scalping? Yeah, sure. That never should have been in the trailer. You think they would ever put Clem in Fear the Walking Dead or The Walking Dead? No, I don't think so. Straight up. Because don't forget, AMC owns Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead. And what in the world are you doing, you psychopath?
I made a knife.
That's not a knife. This is a knife. Oh, just kidding. Did I scare you?
No, I would have been dying my heart off.
Your heart off? That doesn't make any sense.
I'd be like dying.
Okay, okay. Hold still.
No. No.
That hurt?
This is how it felt.
Get out of here. You can't mess with these.
No, do you want to
Ronnie,
see?
stop.
This
I'm going to do it to
felt.
myself. Why don't you stream on Twitch? I don't know about Twitch. If they start killing off the OGs like Morgan and Carol, that's when I feel the show will start to die. I mean, look how big an effect it had when Glenn died. Yeah, I don't believe the whole thing was Glenn. I'll be honest with you. Because all the complaints and out of all the people I heard that said, I'm done with the show, I barely heard them say it was because of the deaths. And I've seen a couple, sure, yeah. But every single time it felt like the majority of them didn't like the structure. They were like, oh my god, here we go at one freaking location. I'm done. I'm going to binge watch it. And you know what? Here's another thing. I've been saying that all throughout Season 7, right? And some people were like, no, it's a death. Some people were like, no, it's this. I personally believe it was everything combined. It was like a perfect storm. Absolutely. But I think there was a lot of people pissed because of the structure. Guess what? They came out with an announcement saying that The Walking Dead's ratings were going up because people were watching it later on. AKA, they were doing exactly what they said they were doing. I don't like the structure. I'm going to binge watch it later. And that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at the numbers and it's like, oh, they skipped live viewing and they watched it later, a day later, 2 days, 7 days later, or some of them binged it. Some of them bought the whole damn thing on Amazon or Blu-rays, or people are doing that if they don't like the structure. But that was just another little rant. Yeah, if they start killing off the mains, I'm fine with it if it's slow. And keep in mind, it will be slow. Like, do you think there's going to be a lot of people killed off in Season 8? Main characters? No. Handful, and that's it. Couple. Yeah. But why don't I stream? Yeah, a lot of people are asking about Twitch. I just haven't tried it yet. One day. Ronnie, which main character of The Walking Dead do you think will die in Season 8? My death prediction video is coming out any day now. Now that we're getting images, I will put images in the video and get it posted. Wait, what? Who's your favorite character? Rick Grimes. For the 50th million time. They made a shitty foam Michonne sword. It was foam? The one I looked at the knife store where I buy my nunchucks, that shit was metal. It wasn't sharp, but it was definitely a replica. I don't know what you were looking at. They might have made a foam one. I really don't know, to be honest. I saw it, and it's not McFarlane. It was someone else, but it was. Did you really go and hunt down that? What box was it in? I haven't seen that thing in years. You mofos better behaving. Trailers hype up a movie, but everyone's different.
I'm Ellie.
Trailers hype up a movie, but everyone's different. Yeah, but if they show you too much, where's the hype? You already know what's going to happen. And listen, if you're one of those people that can watch a 3-minute trailer and then you watch the movie and everything is a complete surprise, I envy you. I really, really do. I know, one of my cousins is like that. Trailers don't faze him one bit, but I just can't do it. I see stuff and I put pieces together and I don't even try. Sometimes I fight it. I'm like, don't think about the movie. What?
Cut this part out, but
I can't. It's live.
But, okay, fine.
Okay.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
My revenge.
Ah, she stabbed me, like for real, in real life. IRL, help me.
Real.
Argene. Ow! Will we see Heath in the trailer post-credits saying, "Sup, bitches"? Yes, I think so. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to curse in front of you like that.
You always
but
do,
I don't give a fug. We got a new thing because fug isn't a curse, so I'm allowed to say.
But I'm not.
What the fug is that?
I'm not.
You're allowed. Fug is not a word. It's not a word. It's right, guys. Is that a word or not? Fug is not. It's like saying bug. Will you say bug?
Bug.
What about Doug?
Doug.
Turd?
Turd.
Fug. It's just like bug.
No.
Doug. Rug. Lug. Nug. Sweet nug. What about? Why are you doing that? Nug is not a curse.
So close to the N word.
Nug.
Oh my gosh.
Lug. Rug. When is the trailer? October 22nd. Pug. Look at that. Pug.
Little dog.
Haha. Toy pocket knife. I thought it was real. Oh. Will we get uncensored Negan for Season 7 of Blu-ray? Listen, they're saying... Real. I'll punch you. You interrupt me like that again and shit's gonna get real.
I'm Ellie. Okay, everyone? I'm Ellie.
There's, call Neil Druckmann. What has he done? Season 7 Blu-ray, they're saying there's going to be like 14 discs or some shit. Now, I don't know if that's accurate, but it's looking like we're going to get a chunk of stuff. And, right now, I'll tell you this right now. If you only buy DVD, do not get excited for it because chances are it will not be on the DVD. A lot of people just don't even think about it, but DVDs hold less information. It's not just that they have better pictures on the Blu-ray. That's not it at all. The Blu-ray has better pictures, but that's because they can hold more information. Just think about it like that. So the DVD, it can't actually hold all the extra bonus stuff for the Negan, unless they give it extra discs and shit, there's a chance they might not be able to do that. So we're only going to get it on Blu-ray with the Negan scene. If they're smart, they'll just do it like that, charge an extra $20, give us a big old stack of shit, and then let us have our uncensored Negan, because we need it. I don't give a fug. Fugly is a word. Fugly is a word? Yeah, in the Urban Dictionary, it means fucking ugly. Fugly. Like your mama's fugly.
Sorry, Mama. I never meant to hurt you.
Oh, look at that. Boom.
That's me doing it to your eye.
Don't even touch my eye. I'll go nuts. Doomsday Kingdom. Bam, 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 bam. And it's signed. But bam, bam, bam.
By me too.
What else we got?
No, it's not.
I don't fucking care. No, I don't. Are you scared of doing death predictions? I honestly will probably be avoiding episode predictions and death predictions for fear of spoilers. Well, here's the thing. I don't cover spoilers or use spoilers for my predictions, so no, I'm not worried at all. As far as worried I'm going to get it right, there's a few I'm going to get right, but if you read the comics, some of them you know it's going to happen, like what's her name? The girl. Deanna. Like Deanna. You knew she was going to die. You know, everyone knew. And then before that, her husband, everyone knew Pete was going to kill him. You know, that I don't mind making those death predictions based off of what they're going to pull from the comic. It doesn't ruin it for me. See, and I've explained this before. There's moments that are from the comic book. For me, I enjoy that, watching it come to life from the comic book. But then the moments that aren't from the comic book, I enjoy not knowing. I enjoy that surprise and that part of the story. So I enjoy it in two different ways. The one, watching the comic come to life. For me, it's not predictable. I want to see that. I want to see Negan line him up, any, mini, money, mo. I want to see the comic come to life. I'm not caring if it's predictable or not. And then the moments where it's totally fresh and new, that's the moments where I'm like, oh man, you know? What do you think will happen to Dwight? I think it's pretty similar to the comic. I think they're going to have some nice, sharp remixes in there where we focus a little more on Dwight and the decisions he's making, sure. And Sherry, don't forget about Sherry. They got to bring her back in an interesting way, and I think there's plenty of time to do it in Season 8. How cool would it be to see written by Ronnie Hayes at the beginning of an episode? Have you ever had a script idea for an episode you would produce for The Walking Dead? I don't think that's how it works. You can write episodes, though, for TV, like... Realistically, what it would do is I would write an episode for The Walking Dead, and they would look at it and they would pick you based on your writing, but they're not making that episode unless it was like the most amazing thing in the world. And this is very common in in Hollywood or the TV industry, where you take your favorite show or a show you want to work on, like CSI, The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones. You write one of the episodes. If it's good, they might bring you aboard, and that's different through what I was under the impression that The Walking Dead has a set writing team, so you're not getting on that team. You know what I mean? They already got like 8 people, and it's a done deal. And you got to be in the know, or friends of friends, or maybe someone leaves, and I was under the idea of something like that. Like sitcoms and other things, I believe they have like rotating writers. Maybe they fire some, maybe some move on, maybe some change different jobs. I don't know, but yeah, chances are if you write something for the show, they just look at that to see whether or not they can use your writing. They might even take you and put you on Preacher or something. I don't know. So yeah, it just doesn't work like that. And as far as producing, that's not it. It just doesn't work like that. That would be awesome though. That would be cool, but I don't think it works like that. Yeah, October 22nd, U-High. Oh crap! October 22nd is the premiere. Did I say trailer? October 22nd is the premiere, and then it is is it October? July 21st, right? Not 22nd. July 21st for the trailer. Oh, whatever. I have some episode script I have written for The Walking Dead. Laugh my ass off. Look, quick question: do you write it in screenplay format, or like how do you do it? Because I have talked to a lot of people that write scripts and they want to send it in, and they don't have it in screenplay format, or they have it in like something that's close to it. I would strongly suggest that yeah, type it up. I don't know how it is for TV. I know I'm more familiar with movies, and you better have it on that. A lot of reasons, for a lot of different reasons, they're picky with it, but just get that format down. I'm so glad to get Badass Rick back in Season 8. Give me that or I'll drop kick you right out of that window. Andrew Lincoln has so much range. It can be in several directions. Yeah, I agree with you there. No school on Thursday, or is she homeschooled? It's summer, bro. Yeah, this is summer vacation, bro.
And also I'm homeschooled.
No, you're not. Yeah, will they do a better job with firearms this season? You know, like not having people use weapons that were invented 3 years after the apocalypse and rifles without sights. No, I don't think they're going to make that better, because who the hell's going to notice? You know? Listen, if they got a gun that was invented, you know, in 2016... I love guns. I'll never know. I just don't study them like that. Juliet, come on. You're going to hurt your eyes. I'm telling you right now, you're pushing your luck. Give me the glasses, or you can forget about that guinea pig. I'll go find something to do.
I want to poke my eye.
That's basically the plot to Netflix series Love. I don't know who you're talking to. Do you think Morgan will die this season? I think there's a possibility. Do you think if Sonequa Martin Green didn't get her lead role in Star Trek, would they have still killed her off in Sasha in the finale? I think a lot of people are wrong about that. A lot of people think she got killed off because she got a new role. I think she got the new role because she got killed off. You know what I'm saying? It makes more sense. Listen, she didn't go out and get another job until she died, because there was no other job previously, no other show previously, and maybe you can say, oh, well, you know, maybe this made her more popular. No, she died on The Walking Dead, so she went out looking for a new job. They probably told her a month in advance. You know, they could have told her a year in advance, and she was able to look around. It's possible. They did that for Abraham. They told him a year in advance. Do you think Morgan will... Yeah, wait, whatever. This is a sick shirt, Ronnie. Where did you get it? It's a member of the MAPP family sent it in, but it's called Mountain. Julia, read that.
What is it?
What does that say? Mountain back or something?
It says
Read it.
Mountain. The mountain.
Oh, is that all it says?
Uh-huh.
It just says the mountain. It's a type into mountain.com or something like that, and they sell shirts. They're like $30 a piece. I don't know, but I love them. Great quality. I got a Deadpool alert. Mountain.
Spoiler alert.
Why are you doing that? Dude, I told you. This is a super top secret shirt. Why would you show them? You're fired. I'm just kidding. I already showed them. It comes out tomorrow, so... Or not. It doesn't come out tomorrow. The announcement comes out tomorrow, so... Stranger Things comes back till then, too. Oh, yeah. Robert Kirkman will be jealous. Please tell me that you're... Wow, that's crazy. Please tell me that you're going to name the new guinea pig Romeo. No.
Oh!
No.
Definitely not.
Can you tell me how your banner is on the Walking Dead YouTube homepage as their cover, or am I seeing things on my phone glitching? Can you tell me how your banner is on the Walking Dead YouTube homepage as their cover, or am I seeing... You're seeing things. Yeah, you're definitely seeing things.
Did an eye check.
How about Romero instead? I don't think he wants me naming our guinea pig after him. We'll just call it something simple and be done with it.
Ellie,
Negan.
I want it to be
call
Joel.
it Ellie.
Joel.
Joel.
It's gonna name
Little Joel the guinea pig. Are you doing a
pig.
reaction video for the trailer? Yeah, I think we're gonna do one. I might have to cut out some, sounds or something though. I don't know, because AMC nailed me for it last year. I write in screenplay format, but I don't know what professional formats look like in the TV industry. I don't know either. I know they're a little bit different, and there's some specifics that are different, but they have a version that's for the TV. I always used Final Draft. So, sorry, 1 o'clock in the morning, just can't home 1 hour ago. Just came home 1 hour ago. Sorry. Actually, yeah, I am 9 minutes past when I said I was going to get off, but you know, it's been a couple weeks since we did a live stream, so I said, what the hell, let's chit-chat. So we'll give it 5 more minutes, and then we'll shut it down. What do you think of the new Jeepers Creepers movie? I loved the first one, and it was the true scary movies. No, I'm not a big fan of Jeepers Creepers. I know there was, in the first movie, there was 1 scene or 2 scenes I remember being like, oh, this could get scary. And then by the end, I just remember thinking, what is he, a giant moth? I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I agree. Sneak was such an amazing contribution to the series. I will miss seeing Sasha so much. She was such a strong warrior. So many S's there.
Where?
Miss seeing Sasha so much. She was such a strong soul. Holy crap. That is a friggin' tongue twister. Did you do that on purpose?
Soldier.
Stranger Things Season 2 Defenders and Punisher trailer coming on Friday. Yeah, Stranger Things, October, right? October, Halloween. So The Walking Dead is on the 22nd. The Stranger Things is a few days after that, like almost 2 weeks.
Can I have your headphones? Can I have your headphones?
Well, no, they don't work for that, honey. I have them drilled into the table. They're not going to work. How would you feel if Gimple used the time jump to write in new original story? They're great writers. Maybe they could come up with something good. Could that be Oceanside comes to a head? No, I don't want that at all. Here's my thing. I'm so excited for what comes after. I don't want any original stuff to just fill up this, you know, no. At least I don't. Get right to the new beginning, have the time skip, get right to that. If they're done with All Out War at the end of Season 8, then go into the new beginning and stuff. No time skip. Honey, don't play that here. How would you feel? Wait. No, honey, I'm done in 3 minutes now. You can wait 3 minutes. How would you feel if Gimple... Wait, we already did that like 5 times. I will be on Wi-Fi and headphones standby tomorrow for Doomsday Kingdom update. This is so rewarding for me as a fan. I can't imagine what it's like for you. Congrats, bro! It's so busy. I'm still in a fog with it, but I'm just like, I cannot wait. That's a weird guinea pig. But I am excited too. I'm really excited. Oh man. Because it's not just that. We're dropping the, because look at here, to give you a little taste, it's an announcement for the release date. Then we're going to have a teaser that's going to come out. We're going to have a announcement for the webpage. I got Mega Path Presents webpage. But on top of that, we're planning it out so we can do the, if all goes well, we can have, like next month, let's say, a physical copy. The month after that, we release the day and night variants. The month after that, we release like issue 2. The month after that, we release the, what was coming after that? Wait, there was something coming. Or did I mix it up? But you get what I'm saying. We're trying to do it where it might not be like issue 1 this month, issue 2 next month, issue 3 next month. But we might be able to do like issue 1 and then, or digital, then issue 1, then the variant cover, then issue 2, then maybe some special thing, then issue 3. We're trying our best to get it mapped out. But I really hope people understand that. When we started this, we didn't, honey, don't. I know, I see that. No more now. When we started this, I made damn sure we did not ask for money at first. That was I made sure, because a lot of people give us money, we'll do it in a year from now, 2 years from now, they start giving you what you paid for, and no one's paid. No one paid yet, except for people who bought prints and stuff, but no one's given us money for the comic yet, and that's the way I want it. So I really appreciate the patience. Keep that in mind, and then when we send it out, please do not forget, this is just, you know, one guy doing the shipping for a good chunk of the US stuff, and then we have James gonna do the UK. We're figuring out the shipping stuff, but please keep that in mind. I'm doing my best to get people to come and help me at the packing parties. That sounds retarded, but yeah, let me answer a couple more, we'll get out of here. But yeah, just please keep that in mind. It's literally one guy solo doing Rambo here, packing and shipping and shit. But I'm getting help slowly but surely. Ronnie, are you excited for the new Halloween that's coming in 2018? No, I'm not. I just don't have faith in Hollywood anymore.
I love Halloween.
They mean the scary movie. I think the Whisperers will show up and become the leads for the Saviors. I was just messing around. Well, that was a waste of time. Is there a way I could get a signed copy? I'll give you the money for it, of course. Yeah. there's going to be assigned options, so don't worry. When we come out with the different options, people will be able to get like maybe a bundle with a print and a comic, and then maybe someone wants to get the signed and a thing. The only thing I don't think we can offer is both the artist and the writer signing it. I don't think that's possible, because I just shipped the bookmarks to James, and it cost me $25 just to ship this many. 50. Oh shit! I hit the microphone. Just to ship this 50 bookmarks, it cost me $25 to ship it to him. I think he charged $12 to ship to me originally, so we could both have them signed. So if you want a comic signed by both of us, I just don't know how we can do that without it costing you guys a ton of money just in shipping alone, you know? But if you're good right now for, let's say you want a comic signed by the artist and then you want one signed by me, if you're good with just paying the shipping, then it's not a problem. We'll do that. Just send it out, you know? Are you going to do a stream for the trailer? I don't know yet about the trailer. I think I might just record a reaction, and then that way I could put it in the thing, you know what I mean? I'm still trying to put the... I didn't even look into putting the chat on there, but I'm going to try to get that done. I'm the one who knocks. Nice reference. Do you have a GoFundMe? No, we don't. We don't have a GoFundMe for it. We don't have a GoFundMe. We don't have any funding donations. We were thinking about setting something up later on, because there was a couple people who straight up said we don't want to. Let me explain this right. No, they want to get an issue, right? So here, we'll buy an issue. But then there was also people who said, listen, we'll get an issue, but we want to just throw $20. We don't care where it goes. Here. Well, obviously it's going for the comic. But we had a handful of people saying that. And, you know, I might talk to James and see if we get enough people who said we want to support this to make sure they get issue 2. Maybe we'll do something like that. But it's hard. It's rough. I mean, James put, you know, so many hours into drawing it and coloring it. And, yeah, it's like, it's not a... You know, we didn't get no cash deal in the beginning, so it's rough. But it's fun as hell. It's like dream come true fun. Texas Chainsaw Massacre could be without sequels. Yeah, I saw something come out that says Massacre. Will it be on Amazon? You said digital. I don't know about Amazon. We have something set up that you could just get the file and do it digital, but there was something wrong with Amazon. I'm going to look into it again. That way I know what the specifics were. I know we're not selling physical on Amazon. I'll tell you that right now, because the fees, we won't be able to afford it. Hey, Ronnie, I am your youngest, biggest fan. I've been watching since I was 9. Wow. I love dumpster diving vids and your old haircut. She likes the old haircut, too. I hate hair.
I love your hair. I want hair to braid.
What? See, you just want to braid my hair like I'm a damn fool.
Well, some boys have their
Ronnie, what's your favorite? Yeah, Ronnie, what's your favorite Walking Dead episode? Probably season 7, episode 1, or the pilot. I don't know if anything's gonna beat the pilot. Who in the world are you shipping through? I've sent Canvas for $10. I shipped through the UPS. James said he wanted it through the UPS, or did he ask? I don't know if he said he needed it through UPS or he asked, but yeah, I ship a lot through the post office, and they're always cheap as shit. But when I went to UPS, they were like, yeah, that's going to be an arm and a leg. Ronnie, what's your favorite season and favorite episode so far? P.S. Do not stream on Twitch. New streamer cannot stream at 1080 unless you have thousands and thousands of viewers. Yeah, but if I don't stream, I'll never get thousands and thousands of viewers. Hence, I'll never... You know, that it seems like you're saying don't try to get things to get better eventually. You know what I mean? I'm going to look into it. If I got to rough it out for a little bit, I'm going to do it. But if Twitch isn't that good, then I'm not going to mess with it.
So many things.
Yeah, pick one. Sent you a pic of the foam katana on Instagram. Okay, I'll check it out. Her ending speech was really great. I don't know who you're talking to. Good night, Ronnie. Good night. I'm going in 1 minute. I keep rambling. All out war. Plus Juliet's getting too... What's the word I'm looking for?
Radioactive.
That is not the word I was looking for. All out war Shiva Force variant. Yeah, all out war Shiva Force looks cool as hell. Are you getting that or any of the figures? No, I'm not getting anything. I'm pulling back the... Honey, you gotta be careful with what you're banging around. Nah, I'm... No, I haven't been. Besides stuff that people send in, I'm done on getting stuff. I'm gonna, with the comic and the channel, it's got some other bills that came out of nowhere, the medical bills. I'm doing something else. I don't want to get into some bullshit, but yeah, some of those stuff they gotta wait. Plus the money they want for them, it's a little bit pricey. But I think that All Out War set is awesome, especially that Negan, the G.I. Joe looking so cool. I think it looks cooler than the figures, to be honest with you. Who in the world are you? Oh yeah, we already did that. Hey, Twitch used to be just games, but now they have in real life Twitch stream. I don't know. I don't know how people afford that. I'm on, a limited cap, so I would go outside and 10 minutes later I'd be done. If you ship in bulk, shipping will go from 16 to 7, for example. Ronnie, Juliet, happy good night, love you. Well, it's just impossible to do bulk shipping if you're sending out to, one person only wants one little thing. I can't do bulk. Even if I get 100 people and each of them only have one little thing, I just can't do bulk. I don't ever ship in bulk, so I wouldn't be able to do that anyway. They're hella high. Use the post office. That's the best and cheapest because I'm a cheap ass. Laugh out loud, don't tell me. Yeah, I normally just use them because listen, there's no difference. Like, this is one thing I forgot to tell James too. The UPS does not ship it to James. He straight told me that for that price, you would have to pay more to ship it 2 days right to him. For the price I paid at the $25, all they do is deliver it to the post office. And I told James that's what they do here for UPS. There's only, when NECA sends something, they will send it and the UPS guy drops it off. But for anything else, the UPS guy gives it to the I'm sorry, the UPS guy gives it to the post office to bring it to the apartment. And it takes like 3 days longer. It doesn't make any damn sense. It's ridiculous.
I'm putting this on my guinea pig when he gets older.
Oh man.
Or my dog. Or my dog.
No, Rick in the group stays at Alexandria in the comics. What is it? Ronnie, ship through USPS and get stamps.com. They give you super cheap prices for shipping when you use them a lot for labels. Yeah, I'm going to do something like that for labels because, like I said, we're going to have at least 800-900 comics to ship out. If everyone buys that said they were going to buy a physical copy, because some people just might want digital. If we have to ship out 1,000 copies, oh man, that would be crazy. But that would also be pretty cool. Let's see, they're hella high. Hey, if you yeah. Good night, Patterwin. Ronnie, how do you think the first episode of season 8 will play out? I actually have a whole video on that. Just go down and look. It's only like a month ago. Just go down and look for episode 100. Check FedEx and DHL. Discount shipping when mailing. Did you ever get 2016 SD Comic-Con Lucille? No, I did not. You talk about the Skybound Lucille? Never got it. It was too much. It was just too much. I looked into getting it, and I think the shipping that they wanted was as expensive as the actual bat. I think the bat was like $40 and the shipping was $40. Regardless, they wanted like 80 or something for the bat, and I just, I just couldn't. I can't pay that for another Lucille bat. Besides, now, I mean, I got hooked up with the real bats, so I just don't even have any room. But no, I didn't grab it, and I was explaining why. It would be cool to get it. It would be real cool to have every single Lucille they make, just to have a complete collection. That would be awesome. But they were just charging way too much for that. It was actually crazy now that I'm thinking about it. Ronnie, thanks for your time and take care. Good night. Oh, thank you very much for coming by. Ronnie, are you excited for Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3? I missed Season 2. I've been so busy I didn't even check out Season 2. But yeah, they keep making them. I'll binge them later. I'm happy with that. Ronnie, how do you think the first episode of... Oh yeah, we already did that. What in the world are you doing?
She loves you.
Are you self-publishing? Yes. As long as your digital comic works on my Kindle, I'm in.
I have a Kindle.
If All Out War is done justice, ratings will sky. Oh yeah, ratings will definitely go up. In the middle of season 2, I stopped watching Ash. Honey, I don't want him behind me. I don't want him behind me.
No, don't throw it.
What if I do?
Stop.
You know what?
Stop.
Why did you stop watching? Yeah, we're gonna end this anyway because it is late and you're up to. Oh my God, you're awake and it's 1:30 in the freaking morning.
It's not 1:30. It's
Juliet,
1:24.
I can't wait till you grow older and you understand that 5 minutes away is just the same. You round up, kid. Oh, check out the vid right. It's a period of time where I didn't get to watch your vids. Good night, Ronnie. Yeah, check that one out. It's definitely there. And good night too. I have too much Walking Dead merchandise. Yeah. I can't say if you do or not, but I'll take your word for it. Ronnie, what are your thoughts on the new promo pictures? They are definitely cool. Definitely cool. Holy crap.
What are you doing?
Doomsday Kingdom. Whoop-de-whoop. Never done comics before. So bring it. Good night to both of you, and thank you for tonight. Oh, thanks a lot. I missed you guys, too. I was like, man, I got to talk to them. I have no friends in real life. Just put up with this guy, and it's like, oh, I want to take my eye with a spoon. You know. Ow, that would hurt. Oh, man, that would suck. There's no way his eye is going to heal like it did. Best of luck to your comic. I always love seeing creatives take the initiative to start their own business. Can't wait to see where it goes. Listen, if all goes well, this could be the beginning of something really cool. And I don't even care. I'm not even saying like, oh, let's make this the new Game of Thrones where it's that big. That's not at all what I want. Listen, if this gets big enough to where we can make the shorts that we need to do, like that is it. Imagine like we outsource out to everyone who wants to learn how to do it, as long as we're in the one area. You know, we start Make a Path Presents does the comic. We have this show. Maybe we get some other people involved who are contributing to videos to put on the channel. The website, we build that up with the figure reveals, the movie, the memorabilias, the replicas, all that stuff. We even have a daycare where we can take our child and throw them in the daycare and let them sit there and rot there for days on end. And then we have yeah, we start with the shorts, and after the shorts come short movies, you know. And then after the shorts, we can do full movies and then offer it to YouTube Red or Netflix. Imagine, and that's the only thing YouTube Red needs. They need to stop doing this shit with people like Logan Paul and Thinning. Embarrassing mess of a movie. That is not going to help. Take a break, honey. That is not going to help YouTube. Not at all. They need to. They need to stop. Whoever's doing shit like that, they need to stop and get a real movie, you know, some real talent, some real, I don't know, creative people. That's why I wanted to build Make a Path Presents up. If it's big enough, we could bring a script to them and be like, listen, this is an idea of what we want to produce. And it would be like a version of, you know, I don't know, something that has, something that's worth watching. And then bring it to them and say, you know, it's going to be a 4-part, 1 hour each. We can drop one episode here. We can promote it heavy, drop this episode. If you took something like The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones, something where people were just drooling to watch it, imagine coming out with something you knew right now. Like, let's just say Doomsday Kingdom. Let's say right now you were like, oh my God, like you guys, that is going to be friggin' amazing. And then I said, Doomsday Kingdom is going to be a 4-part web series on YouTube Red. People would be like, oh, that's the shit. And you would look at YouTube Red differently. You would. You would stop seeing these retards from whatever that, I don't even know what they're from. Are they from Disney? You would stop seeing these idiots from the Disney Channel on YouTube Red, and you would start seeing people who actually have a creative bone in their body creating shit that people want to watch, not just children, because that's the only shit that people are watching on the Disney Channel. It's just kids who watch stupid stuff because they don't know how to have any better taste in the movies they watch. You know what I'm saying?
And
like Juliet,
also,
she watches dumb shit because she doesn't know any better yet.
Always at the end of like princesses movies, they're always kissing.
Oh yeah, that's another thing with Disney. You can't put something on a Disney Channel that is non-stop kissing. It's like you have these characters, and what are they going to do? I don't know. Let's just have them kiss. That's all they want to do. Cool. All right, guys, I gotta go. Let me see the last couple comments here. We're gonna go. Everybody left when I went on my tirade with YouTube Red. We'll get something good on YouTube Red one of these days. And let me give a shout out to Oats Studio. I'm gonna do a separate video so we can shout out Oats Studio. Oh, Ashley Estrada, did you just get here? I haven't seen one of your comments all night. You must have just got here. But Oats Studio. Go and check them out. They made a friggin' really kick-ass little horror with little skit with Dakota Fanning. Don't, because I'm taking that in a minute. And it had this monster that had, it absorbed all these people, and it had like these flowing arms for its arms, like 50 arms on each side, and it had this ball that was just full of eyeballs. You gotta go check that shit out. It's called Oats Studios. Check it out. I think it's called Zygote, Z-Y-G-O-T-E, something like that. That is entertainment that's worth being on a platform like YouTube Red. If you want, like I said before, Netflix, people didn't look at it like with respect. Netflix used to be Blockbuster through the mail. Everyone used to be like, oh, Netflix, whoop-de-whoop. And this is when it was first coming out. Nowadays, when you say Netflix, you think, you know, Punisher, Daredevil, House of Cards. What else is good? Orange is the New Black. You think about everything they're producing, and it makes you respect them. When you say YouTube Red, what do you think now? You probably have insults floating around in your brain. It's like as if I said someone has cancer. That's where your brain goes. YouTube Red. You recoil. And that's why YouTube is not making the money they should be making with YouTube Red, because of the fungus that they attached on it. They scroll through the YouTube Red content, and it's like, my God, this is worse than the B movies in the 90s that you would see in Blockbuster, where what's the thing called? Asylum Studios, where instead of the Titanic, it would be the Titanic Steam, and it would have like the same rip-off cover, but it would be the worst movie ever, and it's just to trick you to buy Titanic. Some of this, I don't know. I'm going to shut up. Now I'm getting irritated. Send a copy to Kevin Smith Comic Shop. Maybe they would carry it. Oh, maybe. What are you most concerned about with the upcoming season? Bottle episodes. Julian, memorabilia collection. Yeah, we can do something like that. Do you think Heath will return alive or dead? Alive, definitely. You better not be on Instagram, kid. You better not. I will end this program with me jump kicking you. Ronnie, I'm totally down to do a movie show, whatever you want to do. Yeah, we got to start small and we'll go big. Check Full Sail at UCF University. They made Blair Witch Project. Yeah, Full Sail. I know about them though, but that's not the direction I would go. Jake Paul is entertainment gold. He's better than Sinatra and all of them. Snapchat. Classy guys. I don't know if that's sarcasm or you might be just a kid though. Maybe it's sarcasm. Trash. Yeah, Jake Paul is trash and a disgrace to YouTube. Yeah, like I said, I don't. They're Disney kids, you know. Let them have. They can have all that shit they want. I mean, they got everything they want. Let them have that. But at the same time, put people with actual talent in who could sit down and write things and create things and give them something that people want to watch. Kids don't. I'm sorry, but kids don't count. If you have kids watching between the ages, sorry, honey, they don't. From 8 to 13, and I was not kids don't count. Like when you watch those idiots you watch on YouTube, and I say that dude's an idiot, like that doesn't count. Her support doesn't count. Yeah, sometimes he's not bad. Sometimes
PewDiePie is awesome.
Yeah, he's alright.
I love his videos.
I used to hate him just because all he does is yell, and I'm like, oh, I get the headphones off of my head. I can't. What the hell is this?
Even though he yells, he's still
But
awesome.
compared
really
to other
funny.
people on YouTube, it's like, holy shit! Why, who? Yeah, I don't know. What do you think of AMC's hang up with loosening the reins with the Negan F-bombs? I was watching Queen of the South last week, and one of the characters dropped one. SOA used to have them as well. It gets different though. You know, Sons of Anarchy was on FX, and there's different. You know, it's not the same rules for everybody. There's different stuff involved. But no, AMC is not going to loosen up on the F-bombs, not at all. But yeah, we're going to get going. We will pick this up next time. It's already 2 hours in. I was supposed to take this next hour and try to get the Last of Us edited. So I'm not. I'm going to bed. But tomorrow I will do that. Last of Us will be back, and then this weekend I will get more Last of Us stuff. Stay tuned. Tomorrow's a big day because Doomsday Kingdom, the announcement for the release date. Ronnie, are you a fan of American Horror Story? In my opinion, it could be better. No. I'm not a fan of anything that looks like it has to do with ghosts. I can't, you know, I don't know. I just can't believe in them to have fun enough, even as fake. Like, even, oh, they're fake. I don't know. It's weird. It's like they're so, like there's, I don't know. Ghosts are just something, they're not scary to me. I just can't get scared. Ronnie, I agree, but some people come to YouTube for comedy instead of other things. Everyone has their cup of tea. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the Oats? Yeah, some people are talking about Oats Studios. Go check them out. As far as comedy, if you're talking about like the Paul, like that is not comedy. That's just fast cuts and talking like you're retarded. It's just think of the most ridiculous stuff like in the moment. Like if I just took this glass and threw it at my wall. To me, that's not comedy. That's just doing random shit to fool people into thinking you're edgy or crazy.
Too hard for the glass to go out your wall.
Yeah, I seen something where they made a big deal about people lighting, I don't know, throwing a couch in a pool and lighting it on fire. And I'm looking at all these people like, if you think that is exciting and fresh and different, and you are retarded. We used to make fun of like white trash in the neighborhood for doing stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? Like we used to make fun of people doing like that.
He busted a guy's car.
All right, we're not gonna get into that, but the guy was a very bad man, and I put him in his place. So, but we're not gonna get into that conversation.
And the
all right, good.
There.
Thank you guys. Good night. Shut up. Good night, and no, seriously, thank you for coming out to the chat. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. All right, Crystal, Mama Otter with another super chat. Thank you very much for coming out, and I will check you guys. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm tired. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Stay tuned tomorrow because I got a couple videos coming up. I even got that Joker review, the figure that James Dieter sent in. In the beginning, I was so focused because I was finishing the lettering. I kept calling him James Ryder because the character's name is Ryder. I don't know. Yeah. I'm shutting it off. Hold on. I'm looking for the button. As soon as I find... There we go. There it is. Wait. Stop. Oh, my God. I thought I... All right. I'm out of here. Good night. Thank you.